Fareed Zakaria GPS, CNN Sunday morning 10 Eastern and Pacific.
But first, here's my take. Some of you regular viewers will recall that at the start of the first show of this year, I predicted, rather hopefully, that the U.S. economy would recover nicely in 2012. I'm returning to that topic with some preliminary good news. If you look around the industrialized world, the U.S. economy is the most promising of the bunch. The American recovery is not as vigorous as one might hope, but it is remarkably broad-based. Manufacturing is up, including for the first time in 30 years, non-technology-based manufacturing. Retail sales are up. Consumer confidence and spending are growing. Car sales are up. American businesses continue to do astonishingly well. Corporate profitability continues to grow, and the stock market reflects this. The two areas of the economy that continue to lag are jobs and housing, both critical areas. Generating economic growth and corporate profits continues to be easier than creating jobs, as this week's data showed. Housing, for its part, has traditionally led every recovery since World War II. This time it hasn't because of the bursting of the housing bubble and the problems associated with mortgages and housing debt. But at some point, that will end. The United States, alone in the industrialized world, is demographically dynamic. It adds 3 million people to its numbers every year. And at some point, kids don't want to live with their parents. And that will produce demand for housing. And at that point, the recovery will gain full steam. The new, potentially game-changing trend for the United States is the rise of shale gas. Thanks to the new process of fracking, America now has 75 years of natural gas. And most important, it is the world's low-cost producer of natural gas. The rise in gasoline prices and petroleum prices has obscured this much more important fact. Energy costs are plummeting in America. That's why manufacturers like Dow Chemical are actually opening new factories in the United States. You see, Asia has an advantage, lower labor costs, but now the U.S. has an advantage, lower energy costs than Asia. And this is a process that has just begun. Add all this together, and you have the prospects of a broad-based, sustainable American recovery. Of course, there are dark clouds. Europe's woes could have an impact. China could slow down. But the event that is most likely to alter this picture is an Israeli strike on Iran, which would send oil prices sky high and could have other spillover effects. And to shed light on that issue, we begin the show with a conversation with Ehud Barak. So let's get started.